Hi everybody, I'm Dawn Myford. Thanks so much for joining me on Here's the Deal. So it's tax time and everybody's talking about taxation in this country, and one of the messages that seems to be a real strong thread here in the South is that working Americans don't want to pay for people that are not working, that are taking advantage of the system. There's a pervasive thought process here that the poor is what's dragging this country down. And let's be absolutely honest, the poor and the elderly did not cause the mess that we are in today. The debt that we currently hold is a direct result of two wars that were not paid for, tax cut for billionaires, and a prescription Medicare plan. But I don't want to talk about George Bush and blame him for where we are. This is our own fault as well, in that we have been programmed, we've been sold a bill of goods to blame the poor for taking from the system, when really the welfare that's costing us billions of dollars is the welfare to the rich. And I have to tell you, I am sick to death of this. Americans are unaware of the fact that today corporate America pays less than 1% of the overall tax bill. Compare that to the late 1950s when corporate America carried about 35% of the overall tax bill. We have companies like Exxon, GE, Citibank. They're making billions of dollars and they're not paying any U.S. taxes whatsoever. As a matter of fact, Exxon gets about $4 billion back a year from the U.S. government in incentives to help pay for its drilling and exploration. Well, thanks to advanced mapping, their success rate in drilling today is about 97%. So that $4 billion is nothing more than a very big give back that the lobbyists have put into place for Exxon. Now, the other thing I want you to think about is that the burden of taxes have been slowly and carefully and strategically manipulated to the shoulders of the middle class, and we are getting crushed by this. When you have people like Samuel Adelson or the Koch brothers or Pete Peterson, people that are making billions of dollars a year, I'm talking 20, 22, 25 billion dollars a year, and they can legally hide that money in offshore tax havens and Swiss bank accounts. And of course, they hire a team of accountants and attorneys to take advantage of every loophole. When you've got multi-billionaires, the kind of wealth that you and I cannot even imagine, paying around 9 to 10% of their income in taxes, while most of us are carrying the load at 28 to 34%, this is not fair and equal taxation. This is why in the current bill that President Obama has produced, he's saying he's willing to make some cuts to the entitlement program, but Republicans are going to have to address the offshore tax havens and the loopholes that create enormous wealth for the very, very rich at the expense of all of us in the middle class. And look, here's the deal. They don't get it. The billionaires that are running these companies like the Koch brothers that are selling us, Bounty paper towels and napkins and all of the paper products that they sell us, they continue to crush us. There's not going to be any kind of social structure, any kind of middle class left to buy their products. That's the cruel irony in all of this. So as you head to the polls and start thinking about tax time, think about this. Corporate welfare is our issue. It's not the poor and it's not the elderly. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Dawn Myford and this has been Here's the Deal.